What's up, everybody? We are back with the Magic and Andrew MMA betting show. We've got episode 122, UFC 314, going down Saturday night. Alexander Volkanovski taking on Diego Lopes for the 145-pound title. Before we get into that, we're going to start from the bottom of the card, tapology order, and work our way up. Magic first fight of the night, Haley Coan taking on Nora Cornell. What do you got on this one?
Great fight. Great fight. This shouldn't be on this card, honestly, but I think it's going to be a pretty good fight. They are not good, but they produce a stupid fight, so probably a good fight. Yeah, I like it. I think Coan is garbage. I'm not going to talk about the infamous Haley Cowan situation, but the media would be talking about it if it was a man or if it was like a fighter they don't like a based fighter. If this was Bryce Mitchell with the same situation, they would be killing him, but I'm not going to mention it because we are high class individuals in a high class podcast. We don't talk about those things. No controversies in this podcast. But yeah, it should be a good fight. The under is probably big. Like they kind of suck, and they both are good at the opponent's weaknesses. Kind of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And Cornell has had pretty stupid fights in the sense of I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I hit very hard and reversals and woo, head and arm throw. Classic women's MMA. So yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I like Cohen to get it done here. I feel like both of them have passed the victory. Obviously, Cornell's a better striker. Cohen's a better grappler. I just really didn't like how Cornell's grappling looked again in the Mullins fight. Like, she was a pretty big live underdog before getting the finish in the second round. I just feel like Cohen could probably get takedowns here, and I feel like even if she's not getting takedowns, like just cage press will probably look good for the judges and what's probably like a close fight. So I think it's dog or pass. Tulio versus Trayshawn Gore. I have nothing here. I think Tulio probably finds Gore's chin at some point. But we haven't really seen Tulio tested in the grappling too much. And I don't think he's super good or anything. I just think he probably has a power and durability edge here. And he is a better striker. So I'm going to pick him to win here. What about you?
I honestly didn't just answering to Gamblestein. That's like your best friend, right? Like the Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah.
Your nemesis.
Yeah, she missed by like a pound or two, I think.
Did anybody else miss? I saw John Silva had to wait again.
No, I think it was just her.
Okay, good. Fighters that miss weight haven't won yet this year, I think. Right? Who missed last week?
I don't remember.
But before that, fighters that missed weight were 0-5 this year. Just saying. But I don't remember who missed last week. It may be over. That betting trend, like they like to say on Twitter. And for that, this betting trend may be over. Which fight are we talking about?
Tulio versus
yeah. Tulio may just casually win the belt. We might have another Dricus Duplessis here. Like, I think he's good. He's low volume but yeah, I tweeted about it many times. The guy is good, punches hard. It's difficult to grapple. Apparently, he's big, strong, very powerful, and he's a dog. He may just put together a run, but yeah, he may randomly get bonked by anyone. I don't know. Fun fighter. I like him. I'm passing. I lean under because Gore is not very durable and it's plus money under 1.5. Tulio really goes for it, but yeah, nothing for me. But should be a good fight. I'm picking Tulio, but I wouldn't be surprised if he dies or gets guillotined or something. It's going to be a stupid fight. He throws hit.
Sumudari taking on Mitch Raposo. Another one where I think it's dog or pass. I think Raposo has all the grappling upside here. Obviously, Sue's a long-rangey striker. We've seen him taken down and grappled in the past. And to me, what stuck out on tape was his fight versus what the hell is the guy who fights
Tim
Elliott, where Elliott was shooting in the first round single legs and he was picking up Sue's long leg in the up in the air, and it was hard to take him down. I think Raposo, because he shoots double legs, it'll be easier for him to get takedowns here. Obviously on the feet, I think Sue's better, but I don't think it's uncompetitive there. So in a fight like this, I side with the underdog. What about you? Real quick. Yeah. Thank you, Dave. We appreciate you.
Yeah, Andrew can now feed his baby this week. Thank you.
Yes. will be sleeping under a roof this week.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said pretty much. Like Sumudari is a talented striker. He's fast, but does he really separate himself even in the striking? He got basically knocked out against Charles Johnson. And if we are being honest, he knocked out Matt Snell like 3 times, but he ended up losing the striking to Matt Snell, right? Basically,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of insane. And he's a horrendous grappler. He's getting better at defending takedowns, but once on the mat, his bottom game is tragic. But yeah, binary fight. The under seems big again, unless Raposo comes out to run, which I don't expect here because the Silva fight, no, not Silva, the Andre Lima fight, he came out to run and won it on one card, which was kind of insane.
That was just a hard fight in general. Like I think Lima's pretty good.
Yeah, he's the real deal. This is a very difficult fight. If Raposo comes to fight and to force grappling, should be a good fight.
Which fight was that? I don't know which one you mean.
Charles Johnson versus Sumudari or Andre Lima versus Raposo?
No, neither.
I don't know. Then maybe it's Mudarji versus Matt Snell.
Oh yeah, I was at that fight. Yes,
one of the greatest fights ever.
Yeah,
that was like Matt Snell's masterpiece.
Yeah.
Do you know Matt Snell is fighting Jimmy Flick?
Yeah,
I may buy first row tickets. I don't know where is that.
I think it's next or 2 weeks from now, right?
I'm not sure, but great fight. Great fight.
Speaking of great fights, what better segue to Cedric Dumas versus Mikhail Olisejak?
The decision. We are losing you. We are losing you. Like you are doing like this. At least me.
It was doing that for a second, but I think we're good now, right? Is it better now?
Yeah, I'm rooting for Michal. You aren't you rooting for Michal? Like Lord Michal is my guy.
I don't really care either way.
No, it's a great fight. I don't really care who wins, but I'm rooting for Michal. The under seems gigantic, like unless the fighting nerds who are very bad, evil people have ruined Michal, which could be possible. If he goes forward, doesn't the under seems gigantic because Dumas kind of quits when he doesn't win, and Michal just is going to work towards you, hit, deliver, throw bombs. I'll say this: Dumas by submission seems like a gigantic line because it's probably one of his biggest avenues to winning, or his biggest. I didn't play it, but if he wins, I kind of expect it to be a guillotine, a power guillotine or something like that, or maybe a top position into something. But yeah, I like the under.
You're gonna hate that I'm saying this is the fight that I'm least excited for on the whole card.
What an idiot! This is great. This should be every week.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it's gonna be like fun to watch for sure. But I feel like Mikhail probably wins. I think Dumas is just like bad at MMA. Like he's a physical specimen.
He's just waiting to unleash his potential once he's done with crime. But
yeah,
when he becomes a true athlete, watch out.
If that day ever comes, which I'm not convinced it will.
No, it won't come.
No. Darren Elkins versus Julian Rosa. This is a fight right here. I kind of feel like either the money line or the under's off. Like I don't really see how Rosa looks like minus 350 and like wins a decision, like in a decision. I feel like the most likely scenario is Elkins comes out here, he sticks his head in a bad position, and Rosa goes for a guillotine, and then we go from there. I think that Rosa is going to finish Elkins. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But I don't think he's going to submit him. I have quit officially on betting against Elkins by submission. I've lost this bet so many times. Like, it's ridiculous. I lost it on Miner, which, okay, that can happen. He's kind of a quitter. But yeah. I lost crazy ones. Jonathan Pierce, no, decision him. But I bet TKO, I think. I bet knockout, I should say. I mean, the only guy to submit him is Charles Oliveira, right?
Yeah. Long time ago. I'd
I
like to
don't
see
know.
a
I'm
rematch
not sure
there.
how he does it, but he's fucking impossible to tap. Rosa has one of the greatest guillotines in the game. There's a possibility that half of the fight is Rosa holding a guillotine and Elkins just like gurgling in there, like blah, 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 blah. But his brain is already dead. He doesn't need oxygen. I think Rosa is going to finish him most likely, but the line seemed very wide. Early in the week, I messaged you like Elkins plus 300. I cannot do it, but Elkins plus 300.
I was getting hyped up for it. I thought we were gonna do it.
Yeah, but Elkins is like so short. He keeps winning fights. Like it's kind of impressive. I respect the guy big time, but he's short, slow, chinny. He has hustles. Nobody hustles harder than the damage, while taking more damage and actually
Yeah.
becoming the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wide, but I think he probably gets knocked out. Like I think he's going to dive into a knee or something. Rosa is tricky. He's long. Like worst case scenario for Rosa, he probably can keep getting up because he's so long. And doesn't it feel to you like this is like the same fight as Grant Dawson at featherweight, but much easier in some ways?
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
I have nothing against the city of Philadelphia, but every time I see something related to Philadelphia on Twitter, it's somebody doing something criminal, very wrong, saying stupid things, hating on someone. I've never seen anyone good looking from Philadelphia. It looks like it's always at night at Philadelphia. Like it's a constant night, right? Because every time it appears on my Twitter, it's at night. There is no sun in Philadelphia. People are sad and ugly. I don't know what's wrong with the city.
There's a show called It's Always Sunny.
I'm joking. What?
So there's a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What is that show about?
Yeah, it's just like a comedy show. I don't really remember what the.
Tyrese Maxey is from Philadelphia. I know he plays in Philadelphia, but he's not from. Is he from Philadelphia? I'm not sure. Tyrese Maxey. I mean, you don't know any NBA, right?
No.
But I don't know how to explain you who Tyrese Maxey. I was going to say a black guy that plays basketball, but that's not going. That's not going to cut it. He's like the star for the Philadelphia Sixers.
Yeah. Hoover versus Miller. I'm curious to hear your expertise on this one.
I'm fighting demons not to play Jim Miller plus 600. The line is wide. I mean, do I think he's really going to win? Maybe, but plus 600. I didn't play. I think I think you can play both sides here and be correct. You know what I mean? Playing props like.
Which ones?
Miller round 1 is 20-1. Like, what are we doing here? Let's say Miller wins the fight. Okay, we are assuming Miller already won. Which percentage do you think he ended the fight in round 1? 70? More? In case of Jim Miller winning, 99.7%. It's a crazy line.
I mean, I get the angle for sure.
Also, if he doesn't win in round 1, I mean, Hooper is kind of trash in a lot of aspects of MMA, as much as people want to pretend he's not anymore. He got a couple good wins, but he hasn't beat anyone really good. He has absolutely no striking defense. His striking is still kind of horrible. I know he knocked down Slava Borshev. Okay, congratulations. His striking is not good. It's just the pace and size differentials are insane. I think Jim Miller is very tough to tap. Really, Oliveira tapped him. That's about it.
Yeah.
But the gas and the constant scrambling for Chase Hooper, he's very good at that. And he's getting bigger and stronger. I think Miller early or Hooper by knockout. Positional, it's both very good angles. So yeah, pick your poison. But if Jim Miller does it in round 1, you want to have that ticket. This is one of these that you are like, damn. Imagine he guillotines him in round 1 or just bonks him with the left because Chase Hooper just goes forward. Yeah, it may be Jim Miller time, baby.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely dog or pass. I just feel like a lot of the time Hooper ends up kind of styling on him past like Hooper pushes a pace. Miller has gas issues. Miller's not like great takedown defense wise. Like he's probably going to look for a guillotine, and like if he gets it, great. But if not, I feel like he's probably in trouble. So I'll go with Hooper here, but obviously unbettable from a money line perspective. Virna Janderoba taking on Yan Xiaonan. I like Janderoba here. I feel like in a fight like this where it's really a true striker versus grappler matchup, typically where Janderoba thrives. Like she's only lost in her UFC career to like arguably the three best grapplers in the history of the division. In Dern, Ribas, and Esparza. And Shaan, obviously, we saw her get beat up pretty good in the grappling by Carla a few years ago. I think she's gotten better since then, but it's probably not enough to overcome like this massive grappling disparity. I think Virna gets it done here. I think she probably grinds her out to a decision. I don't know how many chances Jan's going to take on the mat, but obviously Virna, if she gets into a dominant position, could finish the fight. But I'll take Virna here. What are you on?
Yeah, I feel like everybody's picking Janderoba among the people that are actually good at betting, which usually ends in disaster. So yeah, binary fight. On the feet, she should get lit up because she has no other option but go forward and force grappling. Her striking is really, really bad. And Jan is fast, big, powerful, but on the mat, like on bottom, Xiaonan Jan is tragic. If she gets on top, I think she's going to get positionally knocked out or submitted kind of fast. Binary fight, I think the under is kind of big again. I love unders, I love unders, but
You do.
because in my head, 90% of the fights end inside the distance. It's just the fighters picking wrong strategies. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Remember I said to you last week, I said if fighters had honor, that
Yeah, because they fight for a check, which is not very honorable. You have to fights should be no time limit. Like I agree with the 5-minute round system, but no limit of rounds. You can rest for 1 minute. That's all right. It should be first to finish.
I like that.
Yeah, Janderoba is going to get it done. I feel too. I'm picking her. Look high, shoot low, or look everywhere and shoot low.
Yeah, pretty much. Dan Ige taking on Sean Woodson.
Her
What?
walkout may be my favorite walkout in the UFC right now.
With the hat, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing the Portuguese colonizers saw when they went into the jungle. She kind of like
That's funny.
so good with that trash ass music. So good.
Yeah. What do you think about Dan Ige taking on Sean Woodson?
I mean, I hate the Slenderman. You know it.
Yes, I do know that.
He's so disgusting to look at, to watch fight. Fucking Padilla threw the fight last time out. I'm not scared to say it. That fucking guy sold the fight to the cartel or whatever. That was ridiculous. Like that wasn't real. That guy has a great chin and he got knocked out silly like this by Sean Woodson. That was strange as fuck. And then he retires. That fucking guy sold the fight. If Padilla wants to sue me. I don't give a shit. But yeah, seems very wide that the market is so confident in Woodson winning the fight because he's kind of chinny historically and he's not a finisher and the over is bigly favored. So you get to Ige plus 150, but he has, I would say, most of the finishing upside, big hitter. And even though the volume is not big, he could easily get 2 rounds on a couple big moments here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't think you can pay this price on Woodson.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's dog
I also don't think he's a really good fighter. I think he looks very good against certain styles, but I don't think he's made for the top.
Yeah, I think obviously there's a lot to like about Woodson as a striker. He's super long, good boxing, good output. But if you look at the strength of schedule between the two of them, like the difference really is staggering. Like Ige fought competitively with like Bryce Mitchell, Lerone Murphy, Diego Lopes on short notice. He's a good fighter, and I feel like at this price, like I'll put it this way: I'd be more surprised if Woodson looked like a big favorite than Ige looking like a favorite. Like,
Yeah,
to
and
me, I
also
want to see how does Woodson look like minus? Let's say how does he look minus 250 here?
I don't know. He starts doing like this weird shit, and he starts moving his shoulder like he's doing something amazing and taunting the opposition, but he's doing nothing. I don't know why people like him. I really don't know. He fucking sucks. I mean, I get that that it's kind of difficult to beat him because of you have to get inside his range and the knees are there and all that, but I don't think he's really that good, and he's horrible to watch in my opinion. He's exactly the kind of guy UCJ guillotines. It wasn't a guillotine, it was a Dars or an Anaconda, but yeah, that was great. UCJ is the GOAT.
I also just think Woodson's kind of ran hot. Like, he got a draw with Saldana, which he should have lost.
I bet Caceres.
I thought Caceres beat him.
Yeah, I bet Caceres at a big number. I didn't get it as usual, but I thought he won.
Yeah, I did too. When I heard unanimous, I thought they were going to give it to Caceres.
Yeah. Saldana fight, but he basically got knocked out. And Ige is not one guy that is going to get discouraged. Like, he's a dog. He always fights super hard. So, yeah, I think it has to be the side.
Krylov versus Reyes. What are you doing here?
I mean, this is a weird fight because Krylov has been gone for 2 years. During that time, because if a fighter has a long layoff, you always can go watch Instagram or whatever to see if they were training or something. He has no picks for 2 years, so I don't know. Maybe he was wrestling for 2 years. Maybe he was committing war crimes for 2 years. Nobody knows, really. And he's asking for the Russian flag to come out walking. So I think he may have been killing people, and Dom Reyes already has brain damage. So I don't know. But yeah, very weird fight. Also, Reyes looks horrific physically. Like, he looks in much worse shape than his last fight. He looks fat, no disrespect. And I was curious about how Krylov was going to look on the scales, and he looked amazing. I think he looked career best on the scale. So yeah, I'm not sure really what to do. He usually was an under machine, then went to decision with Ankalaev and Ozdemir. And then also went to decision with Johnny Walker, which to this day I cannot explain. But I lean under again. Like, how does this go over? Krylov is mauling him and not finishing? Or I'm not sure.
That's probably how I could picture it going over.
Krylov is going to go towards him, throw, hit, and dive for his legs. And Mr. Dominic Reyes, the janitor, is going to try to time a left and survive, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know what I retired from, but I'm doing well, thank you. I think that I think Krylov has more ways to win, so I think he's the deserved favorite. But I'm having a really tough time like picturing this fight. I don't think Reyes is easy to take down. He's pretty athletic on the feet, obviously. He's gotten knocked out a bunch, but it's not like Krylov's like the cleanest striker. Like, he could hit Krylov clean too. I think it's a high variance fight. I do think Krylov has more ways to win though, so I'll pick him.
Yeah, but Krylov is a weird striker in the sense that he's very big, very long, and he throws with very weird timing. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's like I'm going to combo a left knee into a lead right hand into a spinning elbow. He's just improvising out there. And Reyes is a kind of a more linear guy. I think somebody's going to get bonked really bad if they strike for long.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's a spicy. Krylov has a spicy striking.
I like that. Bryce Mitchell taking on Gene Silva. I think that all bets aside, if you're not rooting for Bryce Mitchell here, you're probably a bad person.
I really dislike John Silva. I don't know why people like him. I'm not even talking about Bryce Mitchell. I don't know why. I've been saying for long. It's not now that he's fighting Bryce Mitchell. Anybody can look at my tweets. Why do people like him? He's stupid. No. He's ugly. He's on roids. He's a fraud. He's a known fraud.
No, he's a good man.
No, I mean John Silva.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, completely. Complete fraud.
Yeah.
The worst.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't like him like as a character. Maybe he's just the GOAT, but I don't think so. I think he's just the latest hot thing that knocks out people. He knocked out Mel Sigbak, a thing called Mel Sigbak and Charles Jourdain. I mean, please, the breaks. And Drew Dober, who gets knocked out by everyone nowadays, it seems.
Yeah, that's sad, but true.
Before the Drew Dober fight, we were saying that the line was crazy and shit. And now John Silva is like fucking the jungle Topuria or something. This guy is not the next big thing. He's a dude on roids that has been running hot, has fought no grapplers. Early price on Mitchell at like plus 285 was insane. Obviously, was super good. Yeah, everybody has posted that clip like 100 times. Yeah, Mitchell is going to get takedowns. Unless he gets annihilated in the first entry, he's going to get takedowns. So yeah, I don't know how you can play John Silva here. I mean, if you want him, you play him by knockout, I guess. If he's winning 2 rounds, he's getting a knockout.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Bryce by decision here. I think.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah, me too.
I feel like I am a little concerned on the Bryce side, though. Like if you look at the Emmett fight, he just like didn't know how to close distance, and eventually just came running in shooting. Like that's my big concern for him here.
His name is Josh Emmett. He's a gigantic puncher.
Dude, that is my.
That's the best clip in MMA history.
Absolutely.
You need to watch me fight. I'm fighting Josh Emmett. His name is Josh Emmett. He's one of the biggest punchers in the division. Tune in on Saturday.
Yeah, that's incredible. But
Yeah,
that
was a crazy knockout, but yeah. I mean, Bryce Mitchell was like plus 130 against Topuria. And people were betting him, and now he's trash? Come on, man.
Yeah. Yahir versus Pitbull. Interesting fight here. Do you have anything?
Yeah, who the fuck is betting Yahir minus 200? Because it got bet down. It was like minus 180, and people are like, yeah, I'm going to take this shit. Minus 200 now. Minus 205. Keep going. Who's betting this guy minus 200?
It's looking like it's minus 170 out there right now.
Go ahead and take it before it's minus 200 again. I wouldn't bet Yahir minus 200 against Kron Gracie. Come on, what are we doing here?
No.
Yahir could never be the favorite against anyone in the UFC, basically, unless it's someone like, I don't know, BJ Penn, like he did. Like, this guy is not good? Why do people think he's actually good? It's not that I really dislike him as a fighter. Why do people pretend that this guy is elite? He's never been. He's an absolutely trash grappler. Like, absolutely trash on the mat. Josh Emmett should be in jail for losing that fight to Yahir like that. Triangle from bottom.
I know.
He got destroyed by the ghost of Frankie Edgar, like destroyed.
That was one of my favorite fights.
Then Zombie has the fight won. Korean Zombie beat his ass like a drum. Then Fluke of the Century wins, and now he just keeps getting big fights. He got mauled by Brian Ortega. 2024 Brian Ortega. Like, what are we doing here? And now he's minus 200 against the greatest featherweight of all time Bellator champion, Patricio Pitbull, that people were telling me for years was like the Brazilian Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. I feel like Pitbull can grapple him casually if he decides to. I don't think he will, but... And Pitbull is obviously a bit fragile and all that, but... I just see it as Pitbull is the better fighter overall, and historically the better fighter. Yahir has a kind of big durability edge, I would say, on the feet, but I think it's anybody's fight on the feet. Pitbull is a bigger puncher. He has great timing if Yahir starts kicking, and the grappling edge for Pitbull is huge, I feel. So I don't know how you can play Yahir here.
This is my thing. Like, I went into tape being like, oh, I'm gonna bet Pitbull for sure. Like, Yahir's grappling is terrible. He never offensively wrestles. Like, I looked at the Borks fight, and the only reason he was on top there is because Borks was throwing like
he did against AJ McKee.
Which time?
The second time.
Did he?
Yeah, he grappled McKee and he won that fight.
Well, if he does here, Yahir's in trouble. But I think striking Yahir's better than him. I think Yahir's going to land more low kicks and body kicks. Pitbull's also older too, which we don't know what he hasn't fought in a year. I don't know. I want nothing to do with this fight. Rooting for Yahir, all bets aside.
Yahir has not shared the octagon with the likes of AJ McKee or Emmanuel Sanchez. I don't know.
That's true.
Come on, Pitbull is the side.
Rooting for Yahir. No bet. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. America's champion, Iron Michael Chandler, taking on Paddy Pimblett. Again, another tough fight to call here. I'm going to say this one's dog or pass, but obviously there's concerns on the Chandler side.
What do you mean? The line is not important. You have to play Chandler here. Any price. If he was minus 400, you would have to play him. This is bigger than money.
Yeah, this is bigger than money. We've got America's champion versus a scouser, really.
A sorcerer.
So,
they don't get knocked out.
sorcerers don't get knocked out. This is 1776. Obviously, Chandler's older. His durability is suspect. Gets hit too much. But I mean, if you look at like who Patty's fought, like this is much different matchup. Like Chandler's a huge hitter. He's wrestling upside. He's only fought the best of the best. Patty, I don't like his striking defense going backwards. Obviously, he's taking a lot less damage than Chandler. His chin seems good. It's a high volatility fight. I all jokes aside, I do think Chandler's the side.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you like Paddy, you play the under. Under 1.5, it's going up. It's like plus 190. When Paddy wins, it's usually under 1.5. He's minus 170 or whatever, which is ridiculous unless this is fixed or something. Yeah, Chandler is kind of fragile nowadays, hittable, and I think Paddy can have success with leg kicks, but outside of that, like Paddy's striking is not good. And he's this could be the best. I mean, is this the biggest fight in UFC history, Loki? Do you think? This could be a legendary fight if it goes past 10 minutes, because Chandler just starts gorilla mode, you know what I mean? Like against Oliveira. He doesn't disappear from the fight even if he's losing, and then he just has this gorilla attack, like he almost finished Oliveira in round 5.
Yeah.
And Paddy has absolutely tragic gas tank. Like his gas is tragic. Against Tony Ferguson, he had a stroke and he was doing nothing. Man, I don't know. This could be so great to watch. Yeah, I hope Chandler knocks him out silly round 1 or something. Can you imagine if Chandler like knocks him out?
Yes, I can imagine.
Can you imagine everything? The post-fight interview, the promo he's going to cut? Like Paddy out cold on the canvas and Chandler being like, wait, another one. And he does another backflip. Insane. I need it. We need it. I low-key think this could set up Chandler versus Topuria. Call me crazy. Yeah, if Makhachev doesn't want to fight or wants to wait and Oliveira doesn't want to fight Topuria, perhaps. Maybe he wants Charukian for an eliminator or something. Chandler versus Topuria would be hysterical. Maybe in Spain. Can you imagine? You will have to come for that. Like 100%.
I just feel like he's going to fight Makhachev.
Yeah, I do too, but if it happened, Chandler versus Topuria, I would go to that fight even if it was in the Philippines.
Yeah, I get it. Main event, Volkanovski versus Lopes. I think Volkanovski is going to put on a clinic here. I really do. I think Lopes has 7 minutes to knock him out, and after that, I think Volk's going to torch him. Obviously, Volk's gotten finished a couple times in a row, but it was to Makhachev and Topuria, who were like two of the best pound-for-pound fighters.
Who are like not frauds.
Yeah, and if you remember, Volkanovski was minus 130 against Topuria, who, in my opinion, is like a top 3 or 5 pound-for-pound fighter. Now he's pretty much the second. He's lined similarly here. And, I mean, Volkanovski is just straight up better at MMA, better cardio, better striking, better wrestling. I don't know what we're doing here. I love Volk in this spot.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said, pretty much. Like, basically what I tweeted, like, Lopes has about 7-8 minutes to get him out of there, probably a knockout. And the risk here, if you are taking Volkanovski, is that his chin may be completely gone. Maybe he gets touched once with the right hand hard by Lopes and just melts. Could happen. He's so old. He's been brutally knocked out twice. The Topuria knockout was like, trust me, I was there. I was very close, and he just melted. That was insane watching live. He just, I don't know how to explain it. That wasn't even a knockout. His soul left the arena. That was ridiculous. The way he fell. Like, yeah, I thought he had died. He didn't move. Like, they weren't showing it for a long time on TV, but he was still on the ground for like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker has killed Volkanovski. Worst event ever. But yeah, if he gets past 2 rounds, he's going to humiliate him, like embarrass him.
Yeah.
Boxing in line, kickboxing, he's so much better. If they spend an extended fight kickboxing, Volkanovski is going to look like fucking Badr Hari, like take his leg out, jab him at will. This Lopes is a great striker. Myth is garbage. He just throws very hard in combination early, has a good clinch and is explosive. He has a low kick and that's about it. So yeah, if his chin is not gone, I think he puts on a show.
Yeah.
Also, Lopes has very, very bad gas, as much as people want to say otherwise. Like, whatever you want to say about the Ige fight, Ige was chilling in his sofa and round 3, Lopes was having a stroke. He was on his back and fell asleep and fell to the canvas. So yeah. I think he will be one of the worst featherweight champions. I mean, no. I mean, he will be clearly the worst featherweight champion in history, but by a wide margin.
Yeah,
but I mean, one of the worst UFC champions of the modern era. Not as bad as Belal Muhammad, but bad.
Right up there for sure.
No, Belal is a much better fighter than Diego Lopes, and that's something. That's saying something from me.
Yeah. All right, we'll do a couple minutes for questions, but I think everyone wants to get out of here and watch the PFL.
We are cutting this as soon as PFL starts.
Yeah.
Belal is a good fighter. He's just boring and ugly and a cheater, but he's a good fighter. I just think the guy is extremely dislikable. There are some great fights tonight in PFL, low-key.
Under.
Bishop versus Watanabe or Katanabe, whatever her name is like the fight of the century. It should be every week too. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's the second fight of the night.
How is Hadley only minus 125? Probably because he should be the dog.
Yeah, I think he loses.
Probably because he's fighting a Brazilian assassin that has only lost to Peter Jan, some other inbred, and Magomedov.
There's your free bet, Matos, plus 100. Lock it in.
Yeah, I was on the phone with him before. He told me everything is right by the grace of God and the fight is going forward.
Listen, don't you think if Bryce Mitchell was sick or injured or something, that the line would be going the other way?
Yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets pulled or something because he's got so much money. Like, don't you think like Pfeiffer kind of got pulled last week or 2 weeks ago?
Wait, what? No, I don't think so.
I don't know. The UFC has a partnership with DraftKings. He took insane money. The Gastelum line took like $1.50. And Pfeiffer was there for weeks and he is saying, oh, I'm in the best shape of my life. I mean, he's from Philadelphia, so we cannot take him seriously, but he's like, I'm the best shape of my life. I'm this and that. And then feels sick day of the fight.
He blamed it on Mexico. I thought you, of all people, would appreciate that.
What?
That he blamed it on Mexico.
That was lame. I mean, super lame. I mean, it's Mexico against Philadelphia. Janderoba is about to fight. She looked much better in the picks.
I played her at minus 102. It's minus 150 right now. Job done. Let's win it.
Yeah, you are going to feel so much better when this ends up being a head and arm throw into some armbar or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back not next week because there's no card, but hopefully the week after.
Yeah,
I'll be tomorrow.
I'll be live streaming the card tomorrow with Nick. Didn't we have to shout out our sponsor, or we don't have no sponsor? Okay, we don't have no sponsor anymore ever. These guys are gone. I just cut them ever. They are not coming back. So if you want to sponsor the show, Bet 105 wanted to. I don't know. Just reach out to me. I don't care who you are again. Terrorist organization. I don't care.
This podcast is sponsored by ISIS.
Yeah. ISIS, Hamas, whatever it is. We can sponsor both sides, whatever.
Oh my God. All right. On that note, see you guys later. Good luck tomorrow. Make sure to like and subscribe, please.
Bye.